We're gonna start up in a couple seconds. We got the audio coming up soon. Oh wait, hold up, my fault. Just give me a couple more. We'll just play this.
Had a great run here in terms of overcoming adversity, overcoming injury, and find themselves a #1 seed. I still think they have a little bit to prove here in Indy.
Well, it is going to be a great one today. As we get set for the lineups, we introduce our public address announcer, Troy Pepper, with those lineups.
Good morning, and welcome to Game 7 of the 2022 Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament. Today, games feature the Indiana Hoosiers versus the Illinois Fighting Illini. It's now time for today's starting lineups, brought to you by TIAA. Let's meet the starting lineups. At forward from Indiana, a senior, 6'8", number 25, Race Thompson. At forward from Illinois, sophomore, 6'10", number 33, Coleman Hawkins. At forward from Indiana, a senior, 6'7", number 12, Miller Kopp. At center from Illinois, junior, 7-foot, number 21, Kobe Coburn. At forward from Indiana, a junior, 6'9", number 23, Trace.
two, but there's no love loss either.
And two of the best posts in a terrific post league going to work. Trace Jackson-Davis and Kofi Coburn, tip controlled by Illinois. And the co-champs on the floor for the first time here in Indy.
We'll see what they start out with. Looks like a high screen roll with Kofi.
And Plummer will get going early with a three. Alfonso Plummer, what a revelation he's been for the Illini.
Sorry about that. So Indiana's 19 and 12. They just came back and beat a really good Michigan team. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Michigan isn't playing against Illinois right now, honestly. Indiana just wanted it more, it looks like, against Michigan. You know, they were getting beat bad in the first half, but they came together as a unit and pulled away with that comeback win against Michigan. Trace Jackson had 24. Xavier Johnson had 17. He almost had a triple-double with 8 rebounds, 7 assists. You know, quite honestly, Kofi, Alfonso Plummer, Trent Frazier, Jacob Grandison, like, they're going to come out here and go to work, you know. The only thing that Indiana has for them is quite honestly the fact that they just played yesterday. They might have a little bit more momentum, but I feel like that rest that in Illinois they took a 5-day rest, you know. So we'll see, you know, which team is better prepared today. We'll definitely see.
Great job by Coleman Hawkins.
But for Indiana to win, you know, Jackson Davis, Race Thompson, Xavier Johnson, those three have to have an incredible game. They have to have an incredible game for Indiana to pull away with the upset. Illinois is ranked #1 in the Big Ten. You know, let's just enjoy this game. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like the stream. And yeah, man, let's enjoy this game.
That once everybody left the arena and continued well into the night in Champaign. Williams looking for Plummer in the corner, instead found one of the camera folks on the baseline. Brad Underwood saying those are not eligible players. Please don't pass to them.
I think Brad Underwood's been the best coach in the Big Ten the last 3 years. Doesn't get a lot of credit for what he's done, especially this season. Curbelo was out 2 months. Kofi Coburn suspended early in the season. They've been injury-ridden, but they have found themselves to be the #1 seed here through all of that.
Parker Stewart with a good baseline jumper to get Indiana back on the board. 2-point game.
That's big, because Stewart really wasn't a factor yesterday. Wasn't aggressive looking for a shot.
Just about 7 points per game on the year is Parker Stewart. I've got a lot of faith in him. Last week took the final shot against Rutgers. Coburn working inside. He get good position down low, and he'll go to the free throw line after the first Indiana foul inside on Trace Jackson-Davis.
Well, you have to pick your poison against the Illini. You're either going to guard Kofi inside, or you're going to guard the perimeter. Very difficult to do both. And what you're seeing right now, Indiana doing a good job collapsing defensively. But then Illinois shooters coming into the vision of the passers, getting good looks early on.
Kofi to the line. These two teams met once this season. Illinois won 74-57 in that game. Coburn scored 17 in that matchup. One more to go for Kofi Coburn. There's Mike Woodson. He was elated. He told our Rick Pizzo after the game yesterday he thought that was enough to get them in to the NCAA tournament. A win today would certainly help those chances for IU.
I could tell that it was serious because Mike Woodson brought his old teammate in, Randy Whitman, came in and to provide some support and some extra eyeballs, and a former Indiana great, former NBA coach. So Mike Woodson pulling out all stops here.
Race Thompson working inside. Thompson's been active early and finally gets one to drop. 0 for 2 to start.
Yeah, Race Thompson, you know, I thought he was going to come out a lot more aggressively this afternoon, and he has done that.
Xavier Johnson got off to a fast start yesterday, then ran into foul trouble. In the corner, Miller Kopp's three will drop. Boy, if he can consistently hit a little fist pump from Miller Kopp, he knows how big that is.
Oh, yeah. And he, you know, him being at Northwestern, he knows a lot about this Illinois squad. Been playing against him for years and knowing that he needs to give his team a boost early.
Alfonso Plummer, crossover gets him deep. Tough fadeaway using the window, but it caroms through the hands of Coburn into the hands of Johnson.
Well, I tell you what, Indiana's doing a really good job on the defensive glass. Illinois, one of the better offensive rebounding teams, but haven't been on it yet.
Ooh, that's tough. Xavier Johnson was being bodied by Trent Frazier all the way to that corner.
Tell you what, Xavier Johnson's been arguably their best player, Indiana, in the last month.
Trace Jackson-Davis able to chase that one down in the corner, just a step quicker than Kofi on that play.
I'm telling you, Indiana has started this game much better than they did yesterday against Michigan. They look locked in. They were a step slow defensively early on, but not today.
Jackson-Davis bumping into Coburn. Big battle down low, and the left-hand hook wins that battle.
You know why he did that, Kevin? He wants to negate Kofi's ability to block the shot, so if you bang him, he can't get off the floor. Kofi getting a little discouraged there. He wanted the ball in the post and didn't get it.
Plummer will give it to him down low, and a foul will send Coburn to the line. Indiana with the hot start, up 5 early. Kofi Coburn. And the co-champs trying to get things going, but Trace Jackson-Davis feeling it early for IU.
We do more. We step up, stand out.
Alrighty, so in the last matchup, Illinois beat Indiana 74-57. Trent Frazier had 23, Kofi had 17 and 8. Alfonso Plummer had 14. Indiana just played terrible. You know, they shot 36% from the field, 23% from 3. And Trace Jackson-Davis, their star player, has 6 points. You know, Race Thompson had 13, and Xavier Johnson had 12, 5, and 5. Back to what I said, Indiana needs those 3 to play not great, not good, but they need to play amazing today for Indiana to compete with Illinois. Illinois just has a little bit more firepower, in my opinion. But I think Indiana has that underdog undertone, you know, against them. Not against them, before them in this game. You know, and like I said, Illinois hasn't played in 5 days. So my thing is, okay, is it gonna hurt them that they're rested? You know, that they're rested up, or is it gonna, you know, help them? And also, Indiana just played yesterday versus Michigan, a great game. They came back. So do they have more momentum? You know, does that help them? You know, or are they gonna be a little bit tired, rusty on the court, whatever the case may be? My thing is, I really do think momentum plays a part in basketball. From my basketball playing days, I will tell you that it really didn't matter, like, if you had a back-to-back or stuff like that, right? Especially if you had a really good game the game before. Like, you want to keep on going, honestly. You may be a little tired. Your legs may be a little dead. Nobody's just going to be perfect. Nobody's robots. But you're definitely going to want to keep it going if you played well the previous game, you know? So I think that may help them. I think that might help Indiana, honestly. Illinois is getting up 76 points a game, and they're allowing 68. So I really do think defense is going to matter for Illinois. They definitely do not want Xavier Johnson and Trace Jackson-Davis to put on an offensive display today, because that may hurt them. You know, Kofi is pretty much the most important player today. He's averaging 21 and 10. He's top 10 or top 15 in both categories. So Kofi's going to likely have an amazing game. I'm already kind of waiting for it. But I do believe the game is back on. Let's see.
To start this ball.
Yep.
And that's really good to see when you're sharing the basketball.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Everybody asking for the live link and stuff. I have to be honest, if you guys don't understand how YouTube works, you can't watch, you know, games like this on YouTube. It's copyrighted. So if this is what you're looking for, you're always welcome to leave. But this is pretty much the best you're gonna get. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little this way to chat. You can talk in the chat, talk basketball, whatever the case may be. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe for more. And yeah, let's get back to this game.
In our second game, Trace Jackson Davis and Kofi Coburn.
Yeah, I wish, you know, we had a snoop camera on us that the viewers could see our faces, because Kevin and I are like little kids over here, being able to call these games and see these players, man. There's nothing like the Big Ten Conference tournament here in Indy, I'm telling you.
That quarterfinal Friday is just the best. If you're a fan picking one day to come to a tournament, quarterfinal Friday is the one I recommend.
I agree. Totally agree.
Great games. 3 points for Coburn as Johnson will walk it up for Indiana. Their last 5 shots have the Hoosiers after a 1-for-3 start. There's Trace Jackson Davis exploding down the baseline. Coburn sealing him off. Lost the handle on the ball into the hands of Race Thompson, and Thompson, good patience, couldn't get it to go. Williams with a rebound.
Nice job by Kofi Coburn. He knew he couldn't corral with 2 hands, tapped it over to a teammate so they could get possession.
Feed to Coburn, double team comes. And a dig down by Thompson. He commits the personal foul, his first, team's third.
Andre Curbelo is in the game now for Illinois for the specific reason of trying to speed up the tempo. Brad Underwood is on the sidelines, very demonstrative, urging his team to go faster. During that last time out, he was telling them we do not want to get into a half-court game with Indiana. We need to push. If we're going to get the ball into Kofi, get it in quick and get it back out quick. He is forcing tempo by having Curbelo in the game. Expect Illinois to pick up the pace.
Goody will try to get it going with a quick 3 off the inbound, and the rebound by Miller Kopp of Indiana. Here's this Indiana pace now. Slow it down, walk it up.
Yeah, and you know, Indiana's so good half-court defensively as well that you don't want to have to face them each and every time walking it up the floor.
Got a whistle and foul on the baseline. Thompson cutting from the far side to the near, and Goody got a piece of him as he came through. That'll be the first on Goody and the first team foul on Illinois.
Both coaches really going to their bench early on here. You know, obviously for Indiana, because they played yesterday and had that emotional come from behind win. Brad Underwood trying to get multiple guys lathered up here in the first half.
Omar Payne on the floor, RJ Melendez. Back the last couple of games after the appendectomy on the floor. Tough ball to handle for Thompson, able to secure it and save it for Kopp, who has an open look for 3. It won't drop. Melendez fortunate there, went for the steal. Left Kopp with a good look. And now the lob ahead to Payne, but he can't finish with 2 hands.
Well, that's a great job of the line out on the fast break, though. Advancing via the pass, and Omar Payne running the floor hard.
That's the pace that Brad Underwood wants to see. Johnson inside, so it slithers through traffic, but that won't drop. Curbelo will push it again to Melendez. Now Melendez on the attack. Short, rebound, tipped out to Kopp.
Yeah, Melendez lost his balance there, making his move. He had the right idea. He'll get stronger as longer as he's here.
Oh, that's a tough shot for Johnson, trying to cross over Goody, who did a pretty good job staying in front. Curbelo now on the push. Oh, behind the back! And he left it just short of the rim. Curbelo, they're lurking, able to get the rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line. My goodness, he's a magician in the open floor.
Yeah, this is right here. Crossover, dribble, wrap around. Where's Parker Stewart? He's not there, and just misses the bunny.
He can't believe it. But this is why he's out here. Look at this outlet pass.
He's always got his head up, able to initiate the fast break, and that should have been an easy 2 for the Illini.
Yeah, that's a couple of missed at the rim for Illinois over the last minute and a half.
But Rick Pizzo was all over it, you know, capturing what Brad Underwood and his staff were trying to do against counter this really staunch Indiana defense.
Race Thompson with his second foul. That'll send him to the bench. Parker Stewart heads to the bench as well for IU. Trey Galloway played some excellent minutes for Indiana yesterday, along with Michael Durr on the floor for Indiana.
Indiana's got some nice depth as well. I mean, they can go to the bench and change things up a little bit. Durr may not be the offensive threat that Trace Jackson Davis is, but he's surely big body, loves to defend, takes up a lot of space.
Durr at the top. Johnson will get involved against Curbelo. Durr with the screen. Johnson working hard against Curbelo. Got him in the air, rejected by Payne. 9 to shoot. Indiana with the basketball. Galloway to work inside, off the window. Trey Galloway.
Man, I'm telling you what, took his time to kind of change paces a little bit, goes off the glass. That is a pretty move.
There's Plummer doing what he does best, firing the three. This one won't go. Cop with the rebound.
I tell you, man, I'm impressed with the Hoosiers start here. They've really gotten the game to the pace that they like.
A trip's going to be called, a foul. Illinois has missed their last 9 shots. They haven't hit a field goal in over 7 minutes. Still down just 5. Galloway providing a little spark.
Well, that running hook off the glass is pretty, ladies and gentlemen.
What's my safe flight story?
Wow, this is. I mean, we're only a couple minutes. Well, not a couple. We're about halfway through the first half. I will say this though, Indiana, in my opinion, if they can try to take away Kofi in the paint, right, which is it's almost impossible, right? But if you can limit his presence in the paint on the offensive side, I mean, just take a look. It's 3 free throws, right? So they're pretty much fouling him. Which in my opinion, I mean, he's knocking them down, so it's not really like it's worth it so far. But still, like, if you can take away his presence in the paint, I really do like Indiana's chances, you know, because you got to take into account that they take away the biggest threat. They have 3 threats on Indiana. They got Jackson Davis, Xavier Johnson, Race Thompson, right? I think those 3 guys can beat an Indiana team with a guy like Kofi that's not playing well, you know. Now Trent Frazier and Alfonso Plummer, those 2 guys are also threats as well. They can come out and have big games, but I think Indiana kind of can handle those 2 guys, you know. Now, quite honestly, I may be wrong, and you know, everything I'm saying could be completely wrong. Everybody's asking for link. So guys, in case you guys don't know, I'll say it again. You guys, the link is not available. It's copyrighted. All right. So if I was to put the link up, literally it would be up for about 5 minutes and then it would get taken down. Okay. So this is the best you're going to get. You're going to have audio of the game. If I was able to have a stream up of the game, why wouldn't I put it up? You know, it's kind of common sense. The views would go up, right? But I am working on a website that would help, you know, stream for free and then have like a small subscription fee. But that's kind of in the future. In a couple weeks, I'm working on it. So just bear with me. But yeah, until then, you know, I'm sorry. This is what you got. Like, if you guys have, you can go search for any live channel. It's not really a secret, but for anybody that doesn't know it, you can't just stream the game. You know, it's not possible. It goes for NBA, NFL games, MLB, whatever. Everything's copyrighted. All right, everything's copyrighted. So you're not gonna find the game. All I can do is put the audio up. So yeah. Still on ads. But yeah, so basically back to what I was saying. Illinois, I just would be surprised if they lost this game, you know. I would be surprised if they lost this game. They're number 1 in the Big Ten for a reason. But I'll go back to what I said earlier as well. I really do think that that Michigan game that Indiana just played, I feel like that momentum is good for them. You know, like that momentum is going to kind of bring them into this game. I mean, look, they're up 15-11. I'm surprised the game isn't back on. So yeah, I'm surprised they're up right now, you know, but anything's possible, man. It's college basketball. It's playoff season. We're getting close to March Madness, and this is kind of where all the miracles happen, you know. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the stream. Don't forget to like the stream if you can. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And yeah, if you want to talk in the chat, you're always welcome to. Alexandra, you say you're fine. We can understand you're right. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, let's get back to this game.
possession, and then Indiana turns it over. Geronimo looking to get it to Durr. Durr wasn't looking.
Yeah, you know, Geronimo, you think he's going to go up. He's so athletic. You think he's going to go up and power it home. I'm sure Durr was trying to get an offensive rebounding position.
First turnover for Indiana. Coleman Hawkins looking inside to Coburn. Working against Durr down low and just can't connect. Coburn 0 for 2.
Well, that's point-blank range, though. High percentage shot for the Illini.
Missed 10 straight shots now has Illinois. Haven't made a field goal outside of the first minute of this game. Finney will drop it off. Now Galloway. Entry to Durr. Jumper will not go. Coleman Hawkins, that length, such an asset.
Yes, it is. I mean, he went out of his position around that rebound.
Carmelo will feed Hawkins. Coleman Hawkins got his man in the air. That'll be a foul on Jordan Geronimo. His first 15th foul on Indiana.
You're looking at this inside battle. You got about 285 on one side. You got 250 on the other side. I mean, there's a lot of sparks coming out of that paint.
Final 11:02 yesterday. They allowed 31, or they scored 31 points, 10 of 15 shooting, allowing 9 points in the process. So everything clicked in that final 10 and change against Michigan down the stretch.
Well, and when you look at those numbers and you go back and look at yesterday's game, a lot of those were breakouts off of Johnson got on the break. They were off and running because of their defense.
Hawkins for 2 on that trip. Tamar Bates checks in, the 6'5" freshman. We did not see him yesterday.
And I think they're, when you look at freshmen as talented as Bates, if they're not playing, there must be something on the defensive end that they're not picking up as well as the coach would like. He gets another opportunity this afternoon. Let's see if he takes advantage.
4-point game, despite the fact that Illinois hasn't hit a field goal in 8.5 minutes. Finney, his pull-up jumper off, and the rebound for Coburn.
Illinois looking to push here.
Carmelo will leave it for Plummer.
See, when you initiate your offense with that kind of speed, now Trent pulled it out, but Illinois had a good rhythm going there before he reset this offensive set.
Frazier, Plummer got an open look, and he left it short. Nothing going right for Illinois on the offensive end.
And they're getting good looks, Kevin, and so at some point you think that if you're an Illini fan, you would hope that some of those start to drop.
Bates can't get it to go. We have been stuck in this 15-11 land for quite some time. Frazier around the Coburn screen. That'll break the spell, and a chance for one more at the line.
That is beautiful. Trent Frazier keeps it in his left hand, his strong hand, keeps it away from the defender. Take a look. You're going to see coming off the screen right here, it comes right downhill. Durr is late on the challenge, tries to go for the block, the contact, the concentration, and the and one opportunity.
It is pretty remarkable. If you're Illinois, 9:56 remaining in the first half, you have just come out of an 0 for 11 spell from the floor. And as Trent Frazier goes to the line, you look at the scoreboard at the end of that 0 for 11, you're down 1 point. I mean, that's a remarkable accomplishment defensively to stay in this game during one of the longest droughts that you've had in a first half this season.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kevin. And, that's why you young viewers that have aspirations of playing basketball at this level, you better get the defensive end right if you want to play at this level. Because your offense will come and go, but your defense can travel.
Well, this defense for Illinois has held Indiana now to 1 for their last 9 in this span. Galloway driving inside. Well, he is nifty and fluid as he flows towards the rim.
And he's a lot stronger, Kevin, than most people think. I mean, he's able to hold off Kofi that time on the finish. That's impressive.
With Coburn inside against Trace Jackson Davis. He made that one look easy.
He did, and he got that wing on the side of Trace Jackson Davis and used it to propel himself to the rim.
There's Galloway. Driving inside again, and with the touch for Trey Galloway. Boy, he had DeMonte Williams on him like a second skin, and he's still able to score.
That's the third time he's made that same move, going right off glass.
Frazier, no. Tip try by Coburn, yes. Here comes the offense and an avalanche on both sides.
Yeah, it was much needed for the fans' sake, because they're a little quiet right now.
Galloway's been the spark for Indiana. 3 for 3, 6 points in 4 minutes. Here's Finney. Lost the handle, able to get it back before Coleman Hawkins could get there. Geronimo screaming his last name as he went up for that dunk and is fouled on the way down.
I don't know about that one, Kevin. Let's take a look. I thought Geronimo, I can see it. There's contact there as he's trying to follow through. I can see it.
Guys, you can see that Kofi Coburn, before those 2 buckets offensively, was visibly frustrated on the floor. Indiana was doing a great job not letting him catch the ball down low. Thought he had been fouled. When he spent 3 or 4 minutes on the bench after that under-16 timeout, it wasn't about getting rest. The coaching staff was trying to calm him down to make sure he didn't get so frustrated that he got into foul trouble. You can see now on the defensive end, Trey Galloway able to go around him, and then he picks up the foul right now. Something interesting to watch, Coburn's mental attitude moving on from this situation.
He really was in a heated discussion with Trent Frazier at the first media timeout as they left the floor. We'll see if that carries over as the game goes on. They weren't mad at each other. They were just aggressively coaching each other at that moment.
Yeah, and good teams with really good chemistry like the Illini have, they do that all the time.
Plummer, high degree of difficulty on that shot. Trace Jackson Davis, a little easier to get the board without Kofi Coburn on the floor.
And I'll tell you what, Trace did an excellent job defensively because he didn't have to foul.
Oh, nice hands. Coleman Hawkins got a piece. Frazier will bounce it back to Hawkins. Running the floor, and it slipped out of his palm on the way up.
Boy, Brad Underwood is beside himself on the sideline right now.
Finney in the corner. That 3 rebounded by Williams. A 21-18 IU lead. Illinois with the ball.
Right here, Trent Frazier looking to be a little bit more aggressive.
And Hawkins with the 3. He only shoots it at about a 26% clip, but he made that one look good.
Well, he knew he's coming out of the game because so good he's at the scorer's table.
And a timeout with 7:29 remaining in the first half. Indiana uses the timeout. Hawkins gets Illinois even.
Well, I tell you what, if you know you made a mistake and you didn't get a dunk down, you better make up for it. Steps to the top of the 3, and the Illini fans love it.
On the latest hashtag.
All right. Well, it seems like Illinois has kind of figured out what they were doing wrong, and they're kind of coming back slowly. But Indiana's still playing great. Trace Jackson Davis, he's 2 for 2 from the field. He got 4 points. They're pretty much having a decent game all around for Indiana. I think they're gonna need more from Xavier Johnson though. He's 1 for 4 from the field. He got 2 assists, 2 points. Yeah, they're gonna need more from him and Race Thompson as well. Race Thompson got 2 points. He got 2 personal fouls as well. That's pretty early. Yeah, man. Go over to Illinois. We got Kofi. Kofi got 7 points, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Honestly, he's right around where he wants to be. You know, he didn't have a field goal in the first couple minutes. He's 2 for 4 now. I think now he's kind of getting a feel for the game, and he's gonna go out there and do Kofi Coburn things. Is it Kofi Coburn or Kofi Coburn? Like I've always wondered, because I know he's Jamaican, right? I've always wondered how to pronounce his real last name. Alfonso Plummer. He's 1 for 6 from the field. Dogs are annoying. Anyway, Alfonso Plummer, he's 1 for 6 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. he's going to have to step it up. You know, he's pretty much their second best, you know, if not their most important player. Because we all know what Kofi can do, right? But Alfonso's pretty much just as important. You know, he's got to knock down those big shots. Trent Frazier, he got 6 points. He's 2 for 5 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. He also has 2 assists. Yeah, he's hooping. He's hooping. We can expect more from him though, moving forward. Curbelo though, yeah, he's 0 for 2 from the field. He got 1 point, 3 rebounds. Yeah, they need more out of him. I guarantee you this league goes crazy if Curbelo has a good game. So let's see if the game's back on.
I've kind of hit a limit.
It is not. So but yeah, quite honestly, I do believe that Curbelo's a very important factor for this team. Field goal wise, Indiana's shooting a lot better. They're shooting 40% from the field, 9 for 23. They're 1 for 4 from 3. They're 33% from the 3-point line. Illinois is shooting an abysmal 26% from the field, 6 for 23. They're shooting 37% from 3 though, so they're shooting a little bit better from 3. And they're 6 for 9 from the free throw line. And wow, Indiana's actually 2 for 2, 100% from the free throw line. So Indiana's shooting a little bit better. Well, not a little bit better. They're definitely shooting better in regards to field goal. But the threes, free throws, whatever the case may be, they're pretty much neck and neck. I do believe that I think Illinois is going to win this game. But after what Indiana pulled out of their hat yesterday, don't rule out Indiana. You know, Indiana's a good team. Like I said, Trace, Xavier, and Race, they're gonna have to play amazing today for a miracle to happen. But miracles do happen in March. You guys do know this. It's the month of miracles. So yeah, let's enjoy this game. Kofi Coburn. Okay, got it. Yeah, I knew it was like I've heard Coburn all this time, but I was like, are they pronouncing it right though? Let's see if the game's back on. Yes, it is. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like the stream if you can. Talk in the chat if you want. And yeah, let's enjoy this game. Thanks for everybody for tuning in.
This is a fast team on the floor for the Illini.
Offensive rebound for Payne. Plummer will leave it for Williams.
Good
Plummer
defense.
Really good defense. And the rebound to Galloway.
I mean, boy, Indiana is really locked in. They're together here in the first half, not allowing too many open looks.
Illinois just 3 for 9 on layups right now, Stephen.
There will be a conversation about that at halftime. Coach Underwood wants to take advantage of those opportunities, especially in a game like this.
4 on the shot clock. Gonna have to hurry. Galloway. Wrap around to Finney for 3. And over the backboard and stuck against the camera. I believe you win a stuffed animal if you can get it stuck up there at the Big Ten tournament. So congratulations.
Yeah, they're trying to get one of the bigs from Illinois to come out.
Oh, and here comes Omar Payne trying to save the day and the game. Will we play on? Omar Payne, the only ball we have in the entire building is up there. Can he get it down?
No, just punch it, young fella.
There it is. The tournament is not canceled. We will continue. Omar Payne, savior of the Big Ten men's basketball tournament.
Kevin, you nailed that one. That was great. And see here, ladies and gentlemen, he was doing the wrong technique at first. And then he said, let's do this hockey.
Curbelo. It's quarterfinal Friday. We're just getting started, folks. Sorry. Coburn inside. Blocked away, but Hawkins there to clean it up.
Wow. Hawkins showing you his length, Kevin. He never recoiled. He just kept it high and put it right back up. Coming off an 11 rebound game against Iowa in their last matchup. So Hawkins playing at a high level.
He's very happy Omar Payne got that basketball down. Galloway on the run. Rebounded by Coburn, his 5th board. Now the push, now the pace, now Plummer with the 3.
See, that's why you have to be careful against the Illini. If you take a bad shot and you're off balance defensively getting back, they will take advantage of that.
Johnson with the pull-up to get these Illinois fans back in their seats here in Indy.
I'm telling you, he's locked in, Kevin. He's had 2 pull-up jumpers with guys inside of his jersey and still able to knock them down.
4 for Johnson today. Plummer will try again. Plummer a little bit short. Right out to Curbelo. As casual a rebound as you'll ever see. Galloway got a hand on it. He is everywhere.
He is playing at a high level, confidently on both ends.
Frazier against Johnson. This has been a physical matchup all day. And Finney trying to save it. 3 to shoot for Illinois. Let's go back to the Plummer 3 in transition. Few better than he.
I'll tell you what, this is a thing of beauty. Getting on the fast break, running the lane. Trent Frazier knows where he is. Cat finds him in his sweet spot. Excellent execution on the fast break.
Where would this Illinois team be this year without the super senior transfer from Utah in Plummer? Hawkins will try that 3. Shot clock winding down and scooped up by Johnson. Johnson now on the open floor. Trace Jackson Davis. Oh, what a tough catch and finish. Coleman Hawkins thought he was fouled. Trace Jackson Davis has 6.
Well, Trace is a handful down in the post one-on-one. And it looked like Hawkins lost his balance. He was complaining to Rob Kuhneman. Maybe feeling like he got pushed down, but no blood, no foul.
Corbella will spin it down to Coburn. The hook drops over Trace Jackson Davis.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And they got to feed the big fella because you don't want him angry. You want him feeling good so that when he can score like that, Indiana has to make an adjustment and it opens up opportunities for others.
I love a good post feed, and few do it better than Corbella. And he has so many different angles that he can use. Good work by Finney to get inside for 2.
I'll tell you what, Rob Finney is playing bulldog style. Eyes got big as saucers when he saw Andre Curbelo guarding him. Curbelo's going to have to buck up a little bit because he's going to get some physical play thrown at him.
And that's a whistle and a foul on Finney on the floor. His first, team 7th. Free throws coming for Illinois after the timeout.
You see Trace Jackson Davis being as strong, as quick of a post as you'll see in college basketball. This is one of the best in all of college basketball. Kofi with the jump hook.
Auto Owners insures your car.
Now, I'm gonna we have a whole second half to go. All right, so the game is definitely not over. But I really do think that Indiana does have no momentum. I think that's playing a factor here. I thought that I thought it could go both ways. I thought that they played yesterday, they could be a little rusty, but also they played yesterday, so they kind of they're on a roll basically. Illinois has not played in 5 days. When they played against Iowa, and I do believe that at this point in time, like it's gonna come down to who's really who's mentally there. If you don't know what I mean by that, who mentally wants it more. And I mean, let's be honest, I really do believe that Indiana mentally wants it more. I do think so. Now, do I think they're going to win the game? I still have Illinois winning the game. But this is going to be a good one. This is definitely going to be a good one. I'm shocked. Score is right here, guys. I don't know if you guys can see. ESPN a little bit late or a little bit early. No, ESPN is faster than the stream. So whatever you guys are hearing is a little bit more delayed. This is kind of a little bit quicker, but this is the score. A lot of these ads are copyrighted as well, so we're not going to be listening to those. But let's look at some stats. Trace Jackson Davis has 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Race Thompson got 2 rebounds. Xavier Johnson got 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. He got to step it up, though. Definitely has to step it up. Galloway got 6 points and a rebound. He's playing decent. 3 for 4 from the field. Hawkins has 6 points, two rebounds and assists, and 2 steals. So that's a pretty good stat lineup to have. Kofi got 9 points, 5 rebounds. Yeah, he's doing Kofi things now. Alfonso Plummer got 6 points. Okay, he's playing well. Trent Frazier still has 6 points. Curbelo got 3 points now, all from the free throw line. So he needs to step it up on the offensive side, without a doubt. Let's see if the game's back.
Look how quick he spins. That's 285 pounds.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the stream. Don't forget to like the stream. If you would also want to talk in the chat, you're always free to talk. And yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's enjoy this game.
About 8 feet. Kofi Coburn in his bag right now.
Both of these teams, despite some
of poor shooting in this first half, and you credit that a lot to the defenses they're facing. They've really played a clean game from taking care of the ball. Only 2 turnovers for Indiana, only 1 for Illinois in this first half.
And that's surprising, Kevin, because both teams really pressuring pretty well in the half-court defensive sets. There's not a lot of easy movement. Everything is contested, so both teams locked in terms of taking care of the rock.
Curbelo 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in 9 minutes off the bench. How close is he to being able for you to declare that he's back wholly from the concussion?
Kevin, I'm going to be honest, we may not see that this season, because he's such a dynamic player. When you lose 2 months in the middle of the season, that's awfully tough to overcome.
Well, it's so much practice time lost during that time.
Yes. And the thing is, we have to remember, he wasn't able to do anything during that time.
Really nice play by Rob Finney to get that ball away. Xavier Johnson will find Finney through Stewart on the trail, and Finney able to put it down and bring Indiana within 1.
I think Xavier Johnson thought, I believe, that Parker Stewart was going to get that shot, and then Parker hesitated and waited for Rob Finney. That's really good teamwork by the Hoosiers.
Our State Farm halftime report coming up. Dave and the gang right here on set, waiting to break it all down for you coming up on the State Farm halftime report. Indiana ball with 2:11 to play until that halftime report.
Well, Kofi showing some emotion, and I'm good with that. As long as you can maintain it. Because, boy, if they had a tape of 30 years ago, I was an emotional mess.
You'd never know it. You're as cool as a cucumber sitting over here.
Yeah, that's because my money on the line, right? I don't mess up the greenbacks now.
Johnson driving inside, a reach-in foul. It'll be just the 4th team foul against Illinois. Trying to ask for a shooting foul. Here's some of that emotion.
Yeah, this is what the game is about. You want players to show that they care. And, there's a fine line, obviously. You don't want people to get out of control and get technical fouls, but it's good to see Trace Jackson, Davis, and Kofi upset when things don't go their way. They care. They don't want to lose.
First foul on Frazier, 4th team foul. Missed shot by Parker Stewart, and Curbelo will navigate it up for Illinois. Tie, a couple of lead changes. No team has been able to stretch this out at all. 5, the largest lead on each side.
Oh, good denial by Miller Kopp.
And a foul is going to be called on Kopp. He's frustrated as he picks up his first 8th team foul for Indiana. 1-and-1 opportunity for Coleman Hawkins.
Man, I tell you what, I thought Miller Kopp. I mean, that's pretty good denial. I mean, he's on him now, body for body. I think that's probably where, I think it was Larry Serrato made that call. It might have been the body, but defensively, that was a good move by Kopp.
Hawkins 1 for 2 today. He's got 6 first-half points. And Kopp finds the rebound. Indiana looking for the lead.
You know what Miller Kopp said, ball don't lie with a rebound. I saw his lips. That is hilarious.
Johnson trying to get past Frazier. Pull up at the elbow. Won't go. Not an easy task to get around one of the best defenders that Illinois has ever seen.
I agree. One of the best players Illinois has ever seen.
Hawkins got an open look from 3, and he'll splash it down. His 2nd of the afternoon. A little more of that emotion as well.
Well, Coleman Hawkins, he's feeling good right now because that missed layup or that missed dunk He's really made up for it with that three-point shot there and the other one at the top of the key.
There's Johnson. Once again, sizing up Frazier. Screen from Trace Jackson Davis. Johnson inside. Back out to Finney. Off the shot fake. Stop and pop for Rob Finney.
Finney has been excellent at that. He's gotten inside of the first level of the defense, come to a two-step stop, and able to make a good decision.
And a use it or lose it timeout called by Illinois will return in 30 seconds.
There goes my
So yeah, back to what I was saying. So basically, yeah, the stream is delayed compared to ESPN. ESPN already has at its halftime 33-31, but the stream I think is like 2 or 3 minutes delayed. So yeah. So basically, at half, okay, Hawkins is hooping. He got 9 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals. Kofi, like we said earlier, he's I'm actually kind of surprised he's under double digits first half, but he's got a whole nother half to do damage. I'm expecting the big man to go out there and do what he usually does. Yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. We go over to Indiana. Honestly, they're staying alive because of the bench. They got 14 bench points compared to 3 from 3 points on Illinois. Race Thompson, he has to step it up. He's 1 for 4 from the field. If they're gonna win this game, they need him and Xavier Johnson to step it up. They're staying in the game without them playing well. So that, like I said, it does mean their bench is playing a lot better than Illinois' bench. But Galloway's he's a hooper, so I'm not really surprised Galloway's getting buckets. But I will say this, okay? When you take a look at Indiana, they're 19-12. Illinois is 22-8, right? So from an underdog perspective, do you care? Like as an underdog, I'm asking you guys, like if you're an underdog and you see like, okay, we're going up against a better team on paper. Of course, you're not just gonna admit that team's better than you, but on paper, Illinois is better than Indiana. Do you guys go in and say like we're gonna go in and we're gonna play the same way we always play hard, or do you guys just go in with the mentality like, yeah, we have to take this team serious. We don't care what we just did the game before. We have to come out and play hard, If I'm Indiana, I'm taking into account that there's pretty much no disrespect to anybody on Illinois. There's pretty much like 2 or 3 threats on this team, right? And I'm talking about Kofi, Alfonso, and Trent. Now, what do you do when you got to stop 3 guys, or what do you do like when you have to really stop one guy? Because like I said, if they can take Kofi out of the game, out of the paint, I do think Indiana has a chance to win this game. Like, what do you do on situations like that, right? I personally believe that Indiana's whole mindset is like this. There's a chance we can win this game, right? There's always a chance. But Kofi is a problem. Kofi's a problem. He's a huge problem. What are we gonna do to stop Kofi? Right? And when a guy is top 10, or I think he's top 10 or top 15 in both points and rebounds, like there's nothing really you can do. So it's up to us as a team, and I'm speaking in Indiana's perspective. There's nothing really you can do, right? So it's up to us as a team. Like we have to beat them. It's not Trace, it's not Race, it's not Xavier. It's not as a team. We have to beat them. Okay, there's nothing you guys can do individually. I mean, Trace can stay in front of Kofi without a doubt. He can definitely stay in front of him, but as a team, we have to beat them. That's what they did against Michigan. Against Michigan, Trace Jackson Davis had 24. Xavier had 17. He almost had triple double, 17, 8, and 7. And it was a team effort. They came back. They were down like 12, 13 points in the first half, versus Michigan, and they came back as a team. They played great defense. They were playing great defense on Hunter Dickinson and and Co. And they beat a good Michigan team, right? And I just feel like if they can play that same style as a team, not just roll through one or two guys, as a team, they can come out and win. They're already doing that right now, though, because, look, they're scoring all throughout. Everybody's touching the ball. Everybody's scoring. I will take back what I said. I think Indiana might pull this one away. Just if they're able to play as a team, though. It's nothing really they can do individually to stop Kofi, or I think they can stop Trent and Alfonso Plummer. They're great players, but pretty much just don't give them no open threes. Don't give them no easy baskets. I think they can stay in front of them. But Kofi, he's unstoppable. Okay, he's a force to be reckoned with. Oak Hill alumni. He's been doing this for a long time. He's been bullying kids for a long time, man. But let's see if the show's still up. Yep. All right, appreciate everybody for tuning in, though. Don't forget to like the stream, talk in the chat if you want, and let's enjoy this game.
News out of Jersey. This will be a familiar scene on the Rutgers sideline for many years to come. We'll tell you why as we continue.
Halftime on the Big Ten Network is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There's a moment when we find our...
Just as we were about to enjoy the halftime show, they start playing music that's copyrighted. Isn't that just tragic? Well, anyway, okay, we might as well continue what we're saying. Kofi had 21-14 against Iowa. I'm expecting him to have this around the same stat line. He's already on track to get around there. If he just plays consistently and plays Kofi Cobor's game. I was pretty confident to say that Illinois was going to win, but this game might go to the wire. This game might surprise a lot of people. Indiana's out to shock people. They shocked everybody yesterday with the win against Michigan. I personally believe that game was over when I was watching. So when I started seeing them inch away slowly, I was shocked myself. I will admit that I definitely did not believe that Indiana was going to pull that one away, but they played team basketball, and that's really important when it comes to basketball, is playing as a team, right? You can have your star players, Trace, Xavier, Race, whatever the case may be. They're going to go out there and have to do what they have to do, right? But as a team, you guys have to go out there and hoop, If you're not going out there to hoop as a team, and, you can't just be three guys. Basketball is a 5-person sport on the court, but off the court, everybody has to contribute somehow. Defense, rebounding, teamwork, hyping everybody up. And I think Indiana did that much better than Michigan. Michigan, they were going through some stuff, with the Coach Howard's situation, him getting suspended. There was a lot of extra stuff going on in the Michigan basketball organization that I just think might have been the reason why they weren't all in, because how do you give that type of lead, right? They were up a good amount of points that first half. So for them to give up that lead, they just weren't mentally strong, Indiana, I don't know. Indiana is one of those teams. They got a great coach in Mike Woodson, right? So Mike Woodson, he's an NBA guy. I think he's coming in and teaching that organization how to really go out there and stay composed. That's an NBA thing. If you guys don't understand, that's an NBA thing, being composed. Look at the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers were down 3-1. You saw what they did. They came back, won against the Warriors, right? It's about being composed, staying calm, staying composed, understanding that, hey, this game is not over, So Indiana, they're realizing that this game is far from over. We're down 2. We can win this game. So, yeah, I really do. I don't know. I'll take back what I said. Anybody can win this game. I'm not going to make a guess anymore. Anybody can. Anybody can. Let's get back to this stream, though. Hopefully the game's on. This thing's been giving me a lot of trouble these past couple of days for the stream, but I'm hoping I could fix it. Hopefully. This thing's been acting up, man. If only you guys knew. If only you guys knew. We'll get it up, though, in a couple seconds. We'll get it up, though. We will get it up. We will get it up. We will get it up. Don't forget to like the stream. We'll get the halftime show up in a couple seconds. Don't forget to like the stream. Talk in the chat if you're interested. And, yeah, also if you can subscribe as well. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And, yeah, man, let's enjoy this game.
The Scarlet Knights are on their way. Rutgers getting set to take on Iowa. Game 2 of 4 today here on the Big Ten Network. But we have a great finish to Game 1 coming up. Just a 2-point lead for the top seed Illinois over Indiana. Can the Hoosiers get over the top and get the win? They are down by 2, second half ahead.
So while we're waiting for that, while we're waiting for that, let's see if there's some team stats we can go over before the halftime show comes back up. Alrighty, Indiana, they've only shot 2 free throws. Illinois is 8 for 12 with the free throw line, shooting 67%, which isn't bad at all, honestly. As a team, that's not bad, 8 for 12. 3, Illinois shooting 5 for 13. Okay, they shoot. Indiana shooting 25%. That's abysmal. But Illinois, surprisingly, they're up 2, but they're shooting 31% from the field right now. They're 10 for 32 as a team, while Indiana's shooting 14 for 31 and 45%. So we kind of know why Indiana's still in the game, without a doubt. We know why Indiana's still in the game. They're shooting much better. Wow, that's actually surprising. Illinois is shooting 10 for 32. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Points leaders for the game for both teams: Trace Jackson Davis with 6 points, Kofi with 9 points, rebounds. Okay, Cope, five rebounds, all defensive rebounds. Kofi, of course, leading the Illinois fighting Illini. 5 rebounds, 4 defensive, 1 offensive. Assists, Xavier Johnson leading Indiana with 4 assists, while Trent Frazier is leading Illinois with 4 assists. So wow, yeah, this is a pretty like even game right now. Not really paying attention to the score, but just as a team. Besides the field goal percentage, of course, which is crazy. But I will tell you this: the team with the most assists is usually going to win the game. And yep, Indiana does have 9 assists.
Dunks are for highlight shows. Here, we value the finer points of the game. A solid screen, rotation on the jump shot, the proper defensive stance. This is basketball we're talking about, and this is Indiana.
Now your first half stats, free throw line, a big deal for Illinois in a 2-point game. They've also been good from 3. For Indiana, it's been points in the paint that's kept the Hoosiers hanging around in this 2-point game. As we welcome you back courtside
for the start of the second half. That's Stephen Bardo. I'm Kevin Kugler. And Illinois went almost 9 minutes without a field goal in the middle of this first half, and yet they're up by 2 at the break.
Yeah, their defense held them in the game until their offense kind of caught up, Kevin. And you know, it was good for them to be able to get back on track. It's going to be interesting, though, to see Indiana. They had a magical second half. Can they do the same thing here the second half against Illinois?
Now let's check in with Rick Pizzo.
Kevin, fascinating to talk to Mike Woodson coming out of the Indiana locker room. He told me he thinks his team has been selfish offensively. This despite a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Woodson explained what he means is when Indiana takes a bad shot, it gives Illinois its only opportunity to get out and run, which is exactly where Illinois wants to be. Woodson said he's going to ask his team to make a minimum of 3 to 4 passes on every half-court possession unless they have a alley-oop like the one that they just tried to Trace Jackson Davis.
And Trace Jackson Davis able to throw it off Trent Frazier's leg and keep the possession for the Hoosiers as we start this second half. Game 1 of 4 on quarterfinal Friday on the Big Ten Network.
I guarantee you Rick Pizzo and Kevin Kugler that Mike Woodson got that from Bob Knight. That was something back in that day that those coaches did along with Lou Henson. If you were struggling, you had a minimum of 3 or 4 passes before you could look to score.
And Xavier Johnson gets Indiana even with his 6th point of this ball game.
He has been so good when he is locked in and emotionally even keeled. He has really propelled this offense.
Coburn, nice feed to get it inside from Hawkins, but then taken away by Parker Stewart. Here's Johnson. No turnovers today, despite being harassed by Trent Frazier all afternoon long. Grace Thompson saddled with foul trouble in that first half, only played 8 minutes for Indiana. Here's Johnson. Stewart will try from deep. That 3 won't go. Coburn tips the rebound to DeMonte Williams, who's able to secure it on the deck.
Well, I tell you what, DeMonte Williams, Trent Frazier, 2 guys that have been around this league a long time. They make plays like that to secure wins.
Frazier's jumper won't go. There's another play that Williams makes. Climbing up to get the rebound. And now Coburn to work. Likes the matchup against Thompson. Williams, a little crossover. Nowhere to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Frazier against Trace Jackson Davis down the baseline. Hangs up and in.
What a play. There was a slither of room for him to get that shot off and was able to make it and get it down past the pressure.
8 for Frazier. Johnson hesitates. Coburn right there to stop him, throws it up, and Coburn with his 2nd personal foul.
Let's take a look here. So Indiana's going on the bounce. Look at that hard double, forcing the pass out. Well, I'll tell you what, and then he made a mistake as he shot the lines down. Look at that finish by Trent Frazier. I'll tell you what, they look back in the record books and the guy that came in and helped change the program, they're going to point to Trent Frazier.
He has done so much for this Illini program. Stayed throughout. A John Gross commit.
That's right.
In this program. And the impact he's made as it's grown under Brad Underwood is almost hard to characterize how much of an impact he's made in this program over the years.
And, you know, he's the type of player, Kevin, that he doesn't say a whole lot. He doesn't do, he's not above the rim. but he just makes plays, just makes winning plays all the time.
Baseline drive, out of bounds off the leg. Brad Underwood erupting off the bench. (35-34). Johnson will walk it up for Indiana. 1-point game. Johnson on the attack, and Frazier stripped it out of his hands, off his chest, and there's the first Johnson turnover. It goes back to Illinois.
So Trent Frazier loses it down there, and then all of a sudden he makes a play to get it right back. Again, those type of plays, Trent Frazier, DeMonte Williams can make all day long.
Hawkins, lob into Coburn. Got good position early, working around Trace Jackson Davis with a rejection. Oh, goodness, what a challenge.
You don't see that very often. Kofi Coburn getting his shot blocked. Great timing by Trace Jackson Davis.
Mike Woodson has said of Trace Jackson Davis, he's like he jumps off a trampoline when he gets up to block a shot. He needed to get up off the trampoline for that one. His cop can't connect on the three. Lob ahead to Coburn. Good catch, spins underneath. That's patience for the big man.
Yeah, that's a great job, too, on that catch. That was a tough pass, but he's able to corral it, take his time, and finish.
11 for Coburn. Johnson looking on the drive. The dump down to Jackson Davis for the flush.
Well, Johnson has been stellar here. Even yesterday and carry over to today, he's playing under control, setting up his teammates beautifully.
There's Coburn again. Got position that time. And an easy finish for the big man.
I mean, quick, going with his offhand away from Trace Jackson Davis. Nice adjustment.
Johnson around that screen. There's Jackson Davis. Oh, what a spin baseline. Went right around Coburn.
Oh, man. I won't say James Worthy. Kofi is sucking wind. Brad Underwood's ignoring him. He don't want to get him out of the game.
Next dead ball will be immediate timer.
That's right.
He'll get his breather. Johnson driving. Coburn had enough energy for that one. And he knew as he sent it to the third row that he'd get a breather now because it's the timeout in Indianapolis.
Great defensive play without fouling it. Hey, he's giving Trey some of his own medicine. Johnson going to the hole, getting it thrown out of there. Kofi Coburn. Nice footwork. And a beautiful setup for Trace Jackson Davis. Trace Jackson Davis said, "This is my house."
Not gonna lie, Trace Jackson Davis came to hoop today. 10 points, 5 for 7, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He came to hoop. But Kofi Coburn is back on. He's back on track. that's really the best you can say. 13 points, 6 rebounds. We got 15 minutes left, so yeah, I think he's gonna crack that 20-10 easily. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. He's also got a block as well. Trent Frazier also picked it up. 11 points, 6 assists. He's playing great. Xavier Johnson also picked it up as well. 7 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Yeah, man, this is gonna go down to the wire. Unless Illinois can, rally up as a team and, play Illinois basketball, this is definitely gonna go down to the wire. And Indiana might just once again sneak from behind and take a good fought W. That's really what it might come down to. I like the way how Indiana's staying composed though. Like, this is supposed to be a blowout. Like I told you guys the last time they matched up, Illinois won 74-57. I don't know if you guys understand. That's bad. That's a 17-point loss right there. So I just hope they can stay composed. I hope they can understand that, okay, we're fighting for something now. You know, we came back yesterday. Now it's time for us to rally around and you know, do what we got to do. You know, I'm at a loss for words. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't have much to say. I was expecting Illinois to come out here a little bit more better than how they have come out, but you know, they're inching away at their lead. You know, slowly but surely. They've kind of shot the ball better. They're at 36% now, which is a little bit better than what they were at before. They're shooting 42 from the three, and yeah, Indiana just is not hitting no threes. They're 16%, 1 for 6 from the three, 45% still from the field goal. So they're shooting much better than than Illinois. But Illinois still, you know, their shots are kind of falling a little bit better than they were in the first half. So we will see what happens. We will see. I'm very I'm biting my nails now. Both of these two teams aren't my favorite teams, but I still would like to know who ends up with the W though, because this is a good game. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like the stream if you can. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And you can talk in the chat if you want, so we could talk some basketball, whatever the case may be. Thank you. Thank you.
It goes up top. Race Thompson for three, and a big bucket for Indiana.
And he was hesitant to pull up for the three earlier in the game. That was a good decision. Coleman Hawkins was playing him on the drive. Elevates and knocks it down.
Only the second made three of the day for the Hoosiers, just 2 for 7 from behind the arc.
And interesting too, Kevin, that both teams not shooting a ton from long range today, focusing more getting into the paint.
Williams, here's Plummer. Jump stop in the lane. That little floater won't go, and Thompson with a good rebound. Indiana can regain the lead. They've won 7 straight games in this building. An 8th straight likely secures their NCAA tournament berth, and Race Thompson trying to make sure that he does his part.
Well, we'll start down here in the post, come up and set the ball screen action. Coleman Hawkins in drop coverage, swing back out. Hawkins a little hesitant to close out hard. Race Thompson's like, man, finally.
It's the look of a man who shot about 25% from three this year and was happy to see one go down in a big moment. Hold underneath and stay on this end of the floor. Second foul. Underneath on Payne.
Omar Payne asking, what can I do defensively? Seem to be talking to the officials there, see if he can adjust, because if not, he's going to have to come out.
Hawkins right out on Race Thompson to make sure he didn't get that baseline jumper. Hawkins has played well today.
Yes, he has.
Ball picked away. Curbelo up the floor, on the move, end to end. And a foul is going to be called on Parker Stewart as he threw that one up, and then he's got springs on his feet, pulled out of the cheerleaders.
I'll tell you what, this is a heck of a tracking of the basketball. Curbelo was seeing it coming the whole way, steps in and gets the steal.
Look at this.
That guy has some fun with life, doesn't he?
Oh, boundless energy. We're about 10 seconds from going in there. He walks over to this Bonadillas.
Sure did.
Hugs our stage manager, Gail. Give a high five to Dick Bossing, our stats man. I mean, he went into the truck, said hi to Glenn Hallis and Billy Proctor, our producer director. Actually put together a few highlight packages for you later on.
He's doing it all.
He's doing it all. Race Thompson with the rebound off the miss.
Come back and remember that 14-30 mark of the second half. A couple missed free throws there, and see if Indiana can get some momentum off of it.
Johnson, 8 to shoot. Here's Galloway. Some excellent minutes in the first half for Galloway. The lob into Trace Jackson-Davis, going to have to hurry. Goes baseline. Look at all the Illini around. They tie it up, and it's Illinois ball.
R.J. Melendez was great on the weak side defense, coming in and getting that tie up.
Mike DeCourcy. Tournament projections, Indiana a 12 seed in the last 4 in, really underlining the importance of this game, not only as they continue their quest for a tournament championship, but to secure their bid to the NCAA tournament. RJ Melendez, the little pirouette, but he can't finish at the rim, and Pop will secure it for Johnson.
Trace Jackson Davis won't get credit for a block that time, but he forced that miss. Melendez is really good going to the bucket, but he was cognizant of Trace Jackson Davis's presence.
Hard not to be when he gets it going down low.
Right.
Johnson around that screen, driving inside, rejected by Payne. 6 to shoot. Thompson gonna have to hurry in traffic. Thompson muscles it up. He'll go to the line. The shot clock was down to 1, and Race Thompson just stayed with it. That's some work.
Well, watch this elevation. Look at that block. Excellent timing. Johnson thought he was clear. Payne comes from nowhere.
Third foul on Omar Payne, the transfer from Florida, whose world kind of changed a little bit. He came into Illinois this year thinking Kofi Coburn was not going to be at Illinois and figured he'd be the starting center at Illinois. And then all of a sudden Kofi said, "You know what, I'm coming back."
Said life in Champaign is not bad at all, says Kofi Coburn.
Kofi will make his way back onto the floor after the third foul on Payne. Demonte Williams returns, and Coleman Hawkins will sit down. This April, spring football is back on the Big Ten Network as the quest to build the champion begins again. Don't miss live coverage all April long on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
Neither team really able to get away from the other. Illini in a slightly more than two and a half minute scoring drought. So really neither team has been able to get any separation here this afternoon, Kevin.
1-point game again. They've just gone back and forth. And now it's the Illini offense that's gone cold. Almost 3 minutes without a point. Frazier will try to change it. Cannot. Rebound, Race Thompson. Xavier Johnson now. Around the screen from Trace Jackson Davis. He'll attack, driving inside. Somehow changed in the air and got it to go down.
Boy, that was pretty. I think he changed his mind 3 times when he left the floor.
Rarely does that go down when you do that in midair.
That's right.
7-0 Indiana run. Entry to Coburn. Trying to change that run. Nice play by Trace Jackson Davis just to swat it away.
And good defense to force the miss.
Finney. Back it goes to Jackson Davis. Williams a little dig. Jackson Davis down the baseline, spins, reverse, muscles it in. He's got 12.
He does a great job of going baseline and utilizing that rim to protect from the shot block.
Indiana matching its largest lead at 5. Nobody's been able to get further from the other than 5 points today. Curbelo, jump stop, tough fade away, and the air ball caught by Johnson. Indiana looking to push in transition. Jump pass to Galloway. Illinois got recovered quickly.
And the Indiana crowd wants Trace to go one-on-one.
Working against Goody. Curbelo in there to try to take it away, and a tie-up. It's going to stay on this end of the floor with Indiana. But the Hoosiers getting it done from the backcourt and the front court.
Yes, they are. Johnson has been spectacular here this afternoon. I mean, he changed his mind about 3 times and still got it to go. Comes around, swinging through, beautiful finish. And Trace Jackson Davis taking his time, utilizing the rim in a really nice reverse. Trace Jackson, tongue out.
Well. Indiana's just looking to make me eat my words, huh? I said it. I did say Illinois was gonna win. I just didn't know. I didn't know. Okay, I did not know how this game was gonna go, just based on the fact that Illinois was the favorites, but also the last time they played, Illinois won by 17 points. But like we said, it is the month of miracles. March is the month of miracles. This is when stuff starts to happen that usually doesn't happen. You know, Indiana's up 5. Trace Jackson Davis is going crazy right now. He's 6 for 8 from the field, 12 points. Xavier Johnson also picked it up as well. He's got 9. Bulk of them, I believe, coming from the second half. They're shooting 47% from the field. I mean, that's great. As a team, that's great. That's great as a team. Yeah, Illinois is looking kind of ugly for them. It's looking kind of ugly for them. They haven't scored in a little minute. They're shooting 33% from the field. I mean, come on. It's just ugly from everywhere. Kofi's 5 for 10 from the field, which isn't bad. That's 50%. But, you know, Kofi's going to have to, you know, pretty much put the team on his back now. Same with Trent Frazier. Alfonso Plummer is playing terrible. 2 for 9 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. He needs to pick it up. You know, if they want to win this game, Alfonso and Curbelo need to pick it up. Curbelo's 0 for 4 from the field. I mean, you got your scores, you know, not scoring. And I don't know how you expect to win the game like that. But yeah, that moving forward, I will say that this game is not over. Don't just assume that Indiana's going to win it, and don't also assume that Illinois is going to win. This is going to go down to the wire. I do believe so. Indiana deserves, I think they deserve it a little bit more, though. I will tell you that. Just that underdog story. They beat Michigan. Oh, they might as well just beat Illinois, right? They beat Michigan. They might as well beat Illinois. Why not, right? But let's see if the game's back. It is not. But I'm just curious to see how Trace and Xavier rally in the last 5 minutes, if it is close. I'm curious to see how they put the team on their back. And if Illinois is up in the last 5 minutes, I'm curious to see if Curbelo and Plummer can, you know, step it up and, you know, hit big time shots, because I think whatever they're doing to Kofi, I think it's working. You understand? I think they're doing their best to, you know, keep him out of the paint. You know, just not make it hard for him. You know, don't make it so easy for him. If they can do that, whoa. If they can do that, I do believe they can. I do believe Indiana can come out with the win. You know, but I think the game is back on.
Also has blocked.
Appreciate everybody for coming in to the stream. Don't forget to like the stream if you can. Don't forget to subscribe as well. You can talk in the chat, and yeah, let's enjoy this game.
In the second half, and oh, by the way, in this second half, Indiana up 7 in the second half, outscoring Illinois 16-9. Rick Pizzo.
Kevin, you can't have Trace without Race, and Race Thompson's been a huge part of the second half as well. Knocked down that 3 and a couple of big free throws there as well, and it comes as no surprise. Mike Woodson speaking directly to Race Thompson about the need for him to be more aggressive and hunt his own offense here in the second half. Even during play, as the action was going on, Woodson talking with Thompson, and amazingly, he's listening as well.
Johnson had to hoist that one. Shot clock was almost out. No choice there for Xavier Johnson, but not what Mike Woodson was looking for off the timeout.
Watch Illinois get the ball to Kofi Coburn, point-blank range.
There's Coburn. Finney doubles down, back it goes around to Williams. And a bump on Finney. That'll be his second, team's second. Inbound coming for Illinois, down by 5. They have not scored in the last 4 minutes and 47 seconds. And since the missed free throws, a 5-0 spurt. Williams entered to Coburn. That's a way to break a drought.
Yeah, Illinois, whenever they struggle scoring the basketball, Brad Underwood usually gets Kofi in good position. And the floor spacing was excellent that time by the Illini.
Over 1,500 points now in the career of Kofi Coburn.
Pretty impressive. Young man's gotten better and better each year.
10 to shoot. Finney. Back to Johnson. Trying to direct some late offense. Thompson in the corner. Hunting his shot and finding it again.
They are a terrific tandem along with being roommates. Trace and Race. Race is the better chef. Trey says he cleans up. Ray says he doesn't.
Sounds like roommates.
Yes, yes. They're a really good tandem when both are feeling good about themselves. What a pass.
And what a finish. Coburn and a hold. He's going to get a chance for one more, or is it a foul underneath against Illinois?
I don't think they're going to call. They're not going to count the bucket. Larry said the foul occurred on the floor before Kofi got to a shooting motion.
See it again here.
That's a heck of a wraparound post feed by Coburn.
Wave off the bucket. There's Serrano with the call that Coburn was fouled by Trace Jackson Davis before the shot, his second personal foul. As it turns out, not a bad foul. Took 2 off the board. Coburn will go to work again, and this time Coburn plowing the road. Trace Jackson Davis says, hey, he plowed it a little too significantly, knocking me out of the way. He's got 17.
I'm telling you, it's not an easy thing to do to knock Trace off of balance like that, but when you keep your hands on the basketball like Kofi does, you get away with some of that contact.
And right back at him, Jackson Davis says no, but Race Thompson there for the offensive rebound.
See, as tough as DeMonte Williams is, we have a little brush up. It's, you know, Xavier Johnson likes to, you know, exchange plans with his opponents from time to time.
Williams with the foul. We're going to take a look at this one again. Xavier Johnson. Oh, and Curbelo took offense to the applause.
Now, here's the funny thing. It's usually other players doing that to Xavier Johnson, right?
Right.
It's usually that way. So Xavier Johnson giving a little bit back to his opponent there, who happened to be Andre Curbelo.
Well, they're going to peek at this, but I'd be very surprised if we see anything out of this.
No, right.
See, there's Xavier Johnson, little elbow, little nudge.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a love tap in the Big Ten.
Curbelo did not appreciate the nudge. Gave it back to him. And we're going to play on. Well, as expected, they looked at it. Nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the Big Ten. And Curbelo walks over there. He's listening to what Xavier Johnson's saying to Courtney Green. I mean, you know, it's a battle.
Can
right?
we go back in time and review some of the things, I don't know, maybe that happened in the late 80s?
Oh, yeah.
See if there were ever a foul or two missed along the way.
Man. and you know what? Like the officials that we had, Jim Bird, rest his soul, you know, they did a great job. And they still allowed a lot of contact. You know what I mean?
They did a lot of contact. Bodies falling all over the floor here. Johnson looking.
It's a wet spot on the floor. You see all those guys?
Yep. Everybody's slipping on the same spot with a logo there.
Yep.
And the foul goes on Curbelo. It'll be his third.
I mean, someone felt. There's. He slips. Johnson slips.
Curbelo arguing, how can I foul anybody? I was on the floor. I'd fallen down.
Yeah, Brad Underwood's making sure they get that floor dry. You don't want to get anybody injured in this scenario. We got a great game on our hands coming down the stretch here.
See how versatile these mops are. We saw it save a basketball in the first half. Now it's mopping the floor, which I believe is its intended purpose.
Man, get your sneakers in there, man. You don't need a mop. What are we doing here? Get your sneakers in there.
Stephen Bardo, I did not see you anti-mop, but here we are. Tomorrow, the 2022 Big Ten Hockey Tournament presented by Rocket Mortgage continues the semifinals. Wolverines clash with the Fighting Irish. Gophers and Nittany Lions face off. Live coverage tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Now, after the 2 free throws for Johnson, 6-point advantage for Indiana, 9:39 to go. We have got a good one brewing here in Indianapolis.
We're going to work Coburn down in the post here. Good job by Trace Jackson Davis keeping him out of the post.
He's working hard down there. Curbelo into Hawkins in the corner. Oh, what a three for Coleman Hawkins. His third of the afternoon. He's got 12.
That's a great counter by the Illini. Indiana working so hard to keep the ball out of the paint. You swing it cross court. Hit Coleman in the shooting pocket. He does the rest.
Thompson working against Hawkins. Turned. Hook. Swatted away. Kofi Coburn. And Curbelo secures the basketball. Looking to push. Here's that pace that Brad Underwood's looking for. Hawkins wanted to get it inside. They like the matchup. Coburn down there with Race Thompson on him. Curbelo. Wraparound pass to Plummer. Fakes the three. The step in two. Pinballs out. Been a slow day for Plummer, just 2 for 10 from the floor.
And see, Indiana did a good job because Plummer wants to catch and shoot. When you make him dribble, he's a less effective jump shooter. So good job by Indiana.
And Indiana's going to take a timeout, catch their breath, work on a planned 3-point game because Coleman Hawkins found the range again.
Corner pocket, that's a sweet look by Curbelo. You see the defense sucked in. And Coleman Hawkins letting everybody know that's 3 from the corner pocket.
The Big Ten Tournament is presented by TIAA, dedicated to equality in retirement. Alongside Stephen Mardo, Rick Bezo, courtside, I'm Kevin Kugler, coming down the stretch here. Game 1 of quarterfinal Friday, and a lot on the line, a lot of emotion for these two teams. Indiana trying to knock off the co-champs, up 52-49, and not since 2003 have the Hoosiers won multiple games in a Big Ten tournament. Hard to believe.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. That's really hard to believe. As considering how well they play in this building and how many times the conference tournament has been here in Indy.
They've won 7 straight in this building, not just Big Ten tournament, but they played the Crossroads Classic in here. 8 to shoot. There's Finney with 4 on the shot clock. Trace Jackson Davis, 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Left it a little short. There's Curbelo in there to get the rebound.
In that scenario, I want Rob Fennessy to make a play. You don't give it to your big that late in the shot clock. There's not much they can do with it.
Bounce inside to Coburn. That was just terrific from Andre Curbelo. So many angles on his post-entry feeds.
And then the soccer player hits it with his head as it comes through the net.
1-point game again. Fennessy trying to make a play for Jordan Geronimo.
See how Kofi stayed on his feet, didn't go for a fake, stayed at home defensively.
Drive inside, Johnson. Boy, that is nifty, crafty, whatever word you want to use to describe what Xavier Johnson can do when he gets flowing toward the rim.
You know what that is? That's called grown man strength. That's what that is.
He certainly has that. 13 for Johnson. Lob to Coburn. Tough ball to handle. And a foul is going to be called underneath against Xavier Johnson. First foul on Johnson, fourth as a team. Illinois fans, Indiana fans in full throat in early portions of your Friday in Indy.
Three-point game. We got 7 minutes left. Trace Jackson Davis, he kind of cooled off. He still had 12 points. Xavier Johnson is heating up. He got 13, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. That's a great stat line right there. Race Thompson got 10 points, 8 rebounds. That's a great stat line as well. Fennessy, is it Fennessy or Finesse? I've always wondered. What is it? Fennessy, Finesse, whatever the case may be. He's got 6 points. Great contribution off the bench. We go over to Illinois, though. I mean, boy, oh boy, Hawkins got 12 and 3. Kofi got 19 and 6. 19 and 6. I will say this, though. You know, I just never really believed that Indiana had what it took to stop Kofi. But what they're doing well, though, is making sure everybody else around him isn't getting easy baskets. And that's what I was talking about. Like, that's kind of like, that should be their number one, thing to do, honestly, is to make sure that these guys, Hawkins is having a great game, but guys like Alfonso Plummer, Trent Frazier, making sure those guys aren't hot. I mean, look, Alfonso Plummer, who's a great scorer, is 2 for 10 from the field with 7 minutes left. That's ridiculous. 6 points. Trent isn't having a bad game, but he's still 4 for 9. He got 11 points. It's not a bad game. He got 6 assists as well, but he had 2 turnovers. This is gonna be an interesting one. Curbelo wasn't a factor at all this game. Now he might come up and show what he's worth later on, but he's only 3 for 6 from the free throw line. He got 7 rebounds, which is great. He got 3 assists, which is great. He got a steal, a block. He's doing everything else, but scoring he's not. And we all know Curbelo can score the ball. So yeah, man, this is gonna go down to the wire without a doubt. Indiana's
Sunday night, our experts break down the mix and win.
Whoa. Indiana's shooting just much better. That's really what's putting Indiana in the lead right now. They're shooting much better. They're shooting 46% from the field, while Illinois is shooting 36%. That's a big difference right there, especially down the wire. You got to hit big buckets. That's really what it's going to come down to, is which team is going to hit the big buckets the last 7 minutes. This is crunch time, man. We're getting into serious territory right now. If Indiana pulls this upset, 2 straight upsets, Indiana got they're on. They might be on to something this March. That's all I'm gonna say. 2 straight upsets, they might be on to something this March. But Illinois is definitely not out of the game. Definitely not. But let's get back to this game. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe, and talk in the chat if you like. And yeah, let's get back to this game.
Coburn went so far to say the next guy that gives up a layup to the big fella is coming out of the game. Remember, Indiana not in foul trouble, and Coburn not a good free throw shooter. So if Indiana's going to go down, they are not going to allow going down, with Kofi Coburn being the guy to beat him.
5 on 4. Plummer with the 3. It won't go. Coburn secures the rebound, and it's taken away, but a foul is called. Injured player on the other end of the floor is Jordan Geronimo, who went down grabbing his right knee.
That did not look good. That young man, I'm hoping he doesn't have to get up. They don't let him put weight on that knee. That did not look good.
No, not at all. Xavier Johnson called for the foul, but finally stopped the action.
Here's Jordan Geronimo right here. Let's take a look at what happened. It could have been a hyperextension of his, could be, oh, it looks like a turned ankle or even his knee. That looks severe. Let's hope it's not. Because they're looking at the inside of his knee.
Back to work goes Illinois. Frazier will back it out to Hall. Back to Frazier again on the attack. Frazier driving inside, kicks it back out. Curbelo, 5 to shoot. Frazier, 3 in the corner. Short. Hawkins soaring in for the rebound. The no-look to Plummer. Plummer for 3. Cannot find the range. The tip won't go. And finally for Indiana, Galloway able to secure it.
I'm telling you, Illinois can't get much better looks, Kevin. They had several high-quality looks that time, just not able to convert.
Johnson now with the pace squarely on the side of Indiana. A 54-53 game with 5:38 to go. Johnson attacking. Coburn there to change his mind. Finney looking for the 3. And Coburn the rebound.
Good look by Indiana. Nice. What a pass.
Oh, what a feed and a foul. Curbelo pulling another rabbit out of the hat. Fitted in there on the run. Look at this again.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't see that at the NBA level. That's full speed, wrapping around 2 defenders and hit Coleman Hawkins in stride. This is unbelievable. And Coleman Hawkins, his teammates are going to get on him because you got to finish that.
That is one of the best passes you will ever see in any basketball game ever.
Kevin, I'm telling you, you don't see that at the NBA level. That is sight, that's instinct, and that's ability, all in full speed.
Capello doing a little coaching as well on the follow-through for Hawkins after the missed first free throw.
Well, when you see him start to do that, you know he's locked in. Sometimes, you know, he's there, and then sometimes he floats, but he's all in right now.
Man, we are tied up. 5:25 to go. Here we go again. Big Ten basketball always delivers. Johnson, 18 to shoot. Crossover, lost it. Coburn found it.
Illinois got numbers if they hurry.
Curbelo only knows how to hurry. Hawkins for 3. Hawkins gave Curbelo the assist back that he lost on the other end. And a timeout, Indiana.
Honestly, guys, listen, I might sound like a hater, but you know, this is kind of where the game is supposed to be. I know we got a lot of Indiana fans in here, in the chat based on what I've been reading, but this is kind of where it's supposed to be. Now, is Indiana going to win this game?
Today's bold move is brought to you by Velveeta.
Who knows?
What a advancement of the basketball.
Who knows? Who really knows, man? I'm curious to see how this all ends up, just for the simple fact that Indiana has been playing amazing basketball this whole game. Really, the past 2 games, Indiana's been playing amazing basketball. Illinois they're the better team, and that's why they're in this position they're in right now, up 3. They're the better team, but they really don't deserve this W. I mean, look at their shooting percentages, guys. Look. I mean, the only thing Indiana's doing bad is shooting threes. Hawkins is pretty much hooping his ass off right now. He got 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. They're in Illinois is up because of Hawkins. There's no other reason. He said too early for Hey Ross, listen, I know you want Indiana to win, so I don't want to sound like I'm hating or nothing, but you said who knows, Alex Kramer, who knows? Evan, I'm losing faith. Don't lose faith, man. Looks like the game's back on.
Bring it up the floor. Galloway to work. Coburn working. Jackson Davis from the foul line rattles it down. The mid-range game has not always been kind to Trace Jackson Davis.
You're right, and you know what? There was no hesitation there. He looked around, there was no defense, and said, you know what? I can knock this down.
Guess some NBA scouts who are watching this had their eyebrows raised a little bit on that jumper. Curbelo, jump pass, Plummer sends it out to the hot-handed Hawkins, and a foul on Trey Galloway. First on Galloway, 17th foul. Free throws coming up, and some reaction, some emotion, some fire today between Illinois and Indiana. Who wants it more down the stretch?
So, based on what you guys have been seeing in college basketball, which conference do you think is the best? I might actually give it to the Big Ten. The Big Ten is always interesting to watch, you know. Of course, the ACC might have the better talent, and they usually do have the better talent. Same with the SEC as well. But Ross, 1 point game C. Hey, listen, bro, listen. Personally, do I think Illinois is still gonna win? I do, but Indiana might come out and shock everybody. It's not gonna be shocking to you because you're a fan, but to a lot of people, they might shock people and end up with a W. I still do think Illinois is gonna come around with the W somehow, some way. I just feel like Curbelo is kind of heating up now in the terms of making an impact. Curbelo got 5 points. Y'all look at this stat line, all right? 5 points, 8 assists, 8 assists, 5 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. It's one of those things where he's not scoring, he's 1 for 5, but he's doing all the intangibles, like all the things that are so important to a basketball game. This is gonna go down to the wire without it. I mean, it's pretty evident that it's gonna go down to the wire. It's pretty obvious, but sheesh, this is not how I thought this game would go. I thought that Illinois would be up by like 5 to 7 points right now. They would have started chipping away at a bigger lead, but no, Indiana said, hell no, we're not going nowhere. You said Big 12 this year. Big 12 has a chance for a title. You're right though. Big 12, you know what? You're right. Big 12 also, without a doubt, is another top conference. You're right. Without a doubt. But I don't know. Big 10 has just been a little bit more exciting. Like games like this, I feel like it's been the usual for Big 10. But then again, you know what? You're right. I might give the edge to the Big 12 just a little bit. Dallas, you said, can Illinois turn around the free throw shooting down the stretch? Going to be key to the final outcome, without a doubt, Dallas. It's not just that. I mean, they're shooting 37%. The reason why this game is where it's at is because they're shooting 37% while Indiana is shooting 46%. But let's get back to this game. Don't forget to like the stream if you can. Subscribe. Talk in the chat. We're having an interesting conversation in the chat. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And man, let's enjoy this game.
Taking advantage, and that might have been the play of the game right there. With a skip pass, catching it in rhythm. Nothing but Kyle.
He is playing 16 points today. Jacob Grandison's absence has been diminished somewhat by the play of Hawkins, who will go to the line with a 1-on-1 after the foul on Galloway before the timeout. Now, free throws have been a problem for Illinois today. 9 of 16 at the line. Indiana 7 of 8 at the stripe today. Rattled that one home. Looking back to his free throw coach, Andre Curbelo, who's given him some pointers before the shots the last time.
Andre Curbelo doing a little bit of everything except selling posters at halftime, just directing, throwing nice dimes, getting to the bucket.
Coleman Hawkins 2 for 2 at the charity stripe, and Illinois back on top, 59-58. Shoot. Trace Jackson Davis able to get it to hang and fall. And another lead change, the 7th of the afternoon.
I love it. I mean, this mano-a-mano in the post, going at each other. That's a heck of a finish.
Curbelo blocking foul. Galloway with his second. Free throws coming. Curbelo the 1-on-1.
He takes his time because he knows there's not a double team coming. With the spin, going offhand, off the glass. Just a pretty shot, utilizing every bit of the rim. Coleman Hawkins and Trace talking about spring break plan.
Front end missed. Another miss at the line for Illinois. 11 of 19 today.
That generally comes back and gets you, especially in a close game like this. And Indiana playing some of their best basketball.
How about Galloway exploding from the top of the key all the way to the rim? He's got 8.
So doing a good job of taking advantage of Curbelo that time. He's much bigger and stronger. Took him all the way to the rim.
Illinois will use its second timeout. They have 2 left. Indiana with 1 left. Both teams in the bonus, and the possession arrow pointing towards the Illini with 2:45 to go, but Galloway making a big play.
Well, Galloway is understanding that Curbelo's guarding him 30 feet from the bucket. He's just going to take him to the hole, utilize his size.
Rocking the baby to sleep in a 3-point game with 2:45. Long way to go in this one. Indiana with a win really solidifies their chances for the NCAA tournament. Gives them their first tournament since 2003 with multiple wins in this tournament. Mike DeCourcy, despite the win over Michigan yesterday, didn't budge them from the last team in his bracket. They moved from Wednesday to yesterday to today, from first team out to last team in, but a win over the #1 seed Illinois, that likely makes a bigger move on that line for Mike DeCourcy, our bracketologist.
Yeah, and Indiana would be able to catch their collective breaths if they can hold on here.
Frazier now to work.
Remember now, this is a short shot clock. So.
Hawkins won't go. Rebound Coburn, and a foul underneath. And a foul on Johnson.
Galloway was making sure that it was on the floor. Man, in that scenario, that's, you want to make the big man earn it.
Again, free throws today have not come easy for the folks wearing the Illini orange. Coburn today, 8 of 13, 19 points, 9 rebounds, 3 for 4 at the line in 30 minutes. 9th foul against Indiana, so double bonus the rest of the way after this 1-and-1. Pure for Kofi Coburn.
Big fella's got a nice touch at the line. I think he, like most players, just continue to work on that. Repetition and confidence is what free throw shooting is all about.
One more for Coburn. Another 1-point game. 2:34 to play. Indiana basketball.
Now this is interesting. They have Galloway initiate the offense this possession. They move Johnson off the ball. Let's see if they set a down screen or a staggered screen to try to get Johnson involved here.
Jackson Davis picking it off for Galloway to get to the rim, but it bounces off into the arms of Coburn. 1-point deficit for Illinois as they bring it up.
Galloway got downhill. He got a good look. That's pretty good execution there by Indiana.
Now Curbelo around the Coburn screen. Hawkins, he's hit 4 from deep today, but his pass tipped. Johnson able to save it. Race Thompson on the run, driving inside, and an offensive foul. Curbelo waiting for the contact, and he takes the charge.
Wow. I mean, you talking about giving up your body. Race Thompson coming full speed. That's 235 pounds coming at you. And Curbelo clearly out of the restricted area and gives up his body. I don't understand what the argument is about. I thought Rob Kuderman was right on the spot.
He was clearly outside the restricted area and was set for a good long time.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Unless you're saying he leaned a little to the left, but I mean.
Yeah, I just thought it was a great call. Rob Kuderman is in great position. His feet were set. He took the contact. Play on.
I don't want to gloss over the fact that Andre Curbelo, who has been saddled with a concussion and the effects of said concussion for a good portion of this year, just stood there and took massive contact without even a thought about what he has been through this year. That takes a little courage.
That takes a lot of courage. That's a great observation, Kevin.
Oh, wow. Galloway with a takeaway, and then he lost the handle on the ball.
And then Curbelo pats him on the back. Tells him that's a good play.
Oh, the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat within the span of a blink of an eye for Trey Galloway.
And you know what? His teammates go over and give him some love. I like that. His plays have gotten the Hoosiers to this point right now with a 1-point lead. I'm sure he wants that play back, but that aggressiveness on the defensive end, that's good for the Hoosiers.
1:41 to go in the second half. 1 timeout left for Indiana, 2 for Illinois. Indiana will go into the 1-and-1 with an Illinois foul. Illinois in the double bonus. Shot clock at 7. Frazier after the collision at the top, weaving through traffic. Frazier, the kick to Hawkins. Plummer, 1 to shoot. Curbelo has to hoist. It's a shot clock violation. They didn't realize the shot clock hadn't reset, and it belongs to Indiana with 1:21 to go.
You know who's at fault on that? Alfonso Plummer. He's got a wide open look, and he gives us the shot up, and that hurt the Illini in that possession. I know he's missed a few shots, but you got to take that shot when given the opportunity. Tough break for the Illini.
A little aggressive counseling as he came by Brad Underwood on his way to the bench.
And Brad's telling him, look, you're our shooter, let it fly.
Last 9 seed to make a semifinal was Iowa back in 2002. Indiana, 1-12 from being the next. But still a long way to go in a 1-point game. Xavier Johnson.
Trey Frazier in this situation, great on-ball defender.
Johnson, elbow jumper, pinballs out, and Curbelo, rebound number 9 for the guard. 1-point game again. Illini trying to rally as the 1 seed in the co-champion. Entry, Coburn. Back out it goes, 14 to shoot. And a timeout taken by Brad Underwood. 1 timeout remaining for the Illini. 1 timeout remaining for Indiana. Possession arrow, Illinois in a 1-point game. It's at stake, a trip to the semifinals for Indiana. Perhaps a larger picture at stake. Perhaps securing an NCAA tournament berth. For Illinois, a chance to continue their defense of last year's Big Ten tournament championship, and a chance for Illinois to solidify or move up on the seed line coming up for the NCAA tournament on Selection Sunday in a couple of days.
Yeah, a lot to play for both of these teams, and you know what? And just pride, Kevin. You want to win a Big Ten Conference title. Illinois tasted it last year. They want to taste it again. That stuff gets contagious.
It was one of the things Brad Underwood was concerned about. He thought last year they let down after winning the tournament championship. Said the celebration, maybe it was a little bit of a hangover when they went into the NCAA tournament. They were guarding against that because, remember, this team just celebrated on Sunday in Champaign a regular season crown.
And they had, what a celebration it was at the State Farm Center. I wasn't there, but it looked like it was lit.
Hawkins Into the backcourt to Curbelo. Shot clock at 12. Curbelo on the move with 9. Curbelo lob into Coburn. Oh, the Hoosiers collapse, and a foul will send Coburn back to the line. He was good there just a moment ago. Trace Jackson Davis with his 3rd.
Well, Curbelo, it was going to happen. He was going to get the ball to Coburn. And Kofi knew he was going to get contact there.
Two big free throws here. Coburn 5 of 6. Double-double, his 44th career double-double today. 21 points, 10 rebounds. Tie ball game.
What a luxury. When you've got a big man that can hit free throws down the stretch and steps up with confidence. Kofi Coburn showing some toughness here to concentrate and knock this free throw down. See if he can do it again.
6 for 7 today for the 64% shooter. One more for Coburn. Perfect again. That is a real nice form for the big man.
Yes, it is.
Illinois by 1. Indiana with the ball. Final 30 seconds. First game of the day in Indianapolis. And a foul on Coburn. 1-and-1 now. Trace Jackson Davis goes to the line for the first time this afternoon.
Pretty easy call for the officials. Anytime you come from behind and try to go for a reach, you're going to get called for that 99% of the time. And so now it's Trace Jackson Davis's turn to show some toughness to step up and knock these down.
67% on the year for Trace Jackson Davis. We started talking about the big men, and we finish talking about the big men. Maybe not where we thought they'd be at the free throw line,
right,
but they have played as big a part as we expected in this matchup. Front into the 1-and-1, trying to tie it up. And he does.
Love the confidence from both of these bigs. That's one thing that keeps a lot of big men off the floor late in the game. If they can't convert free throws, it's tough to keep them out there.
And the Center Grove High School product calmly drains 2. Almost a turnover on the inbound. Curbelo fortunate to get that one back. Curbelo, ball loose again, picks it up. Coburn, and a whistle and a timeout. Brad Underwood wanted to slow the scramble down. 15.3 seconds to go in a 1-point game.
Yeah, it looked a little hectic right there. Indiana did a good job of heating up the basketball. Almost came up with a turnover.
No more timeouts, though, for Illinois with 15.3 to go. See if Coburn gets one more touch, because the big men have been balling from start to finish today.
Yeah, they've been stellar. And those numbers, especially the efficiency from the field, has been outstanding. They played through contact. They're doing a great job today.
Doing it on both ends, whether it's defense or offense. Kofi Coburn and Trace Jackson Davis have met the challenge. That doesn't happen very often. That does. Kofi Coburn throwing it down at the rim. They've both been very good. Which one will be just a little bit better over the final 15.3 seconds, or will another star arise? Who will be the hero in this final 15 seconds of regulation in game 1 in Indianapolis today? 9 trying to upset the 1. 9 trying to secure a spot in the NCAA tournament. Last 4 in, the 12 seed by Mike DeCourcy's projection just earlier today. We saw Mike DeCourcy. He's here watching in person, so he'll get a bird's eye view that he can change his prognostication with first-hand knowledge of what he saw.
And Mike looks like he's been working a little bit. He's been at it. I love his work. I love what he's doing. We'll see how he adjusts on the outcome of this one.
A 64-63 lead for Indiana, as the strains of Europe's The Final Countdown play in Indianapolis. We will count it down to a winner and a berth in the semifinals.
It's a unique looking setup for the Illini. I'm expecting Curbelo to come get the basketball, go downhill, have shooters on the wings.
Here's Frazier. 13 seconds. Frazier in the corner, and a turnover. Nobody home as he fed it to the stands.
A little miscommunication right here. Frazier gets downhill. Coleman eases up. But if you notice, Frazier made the pass without looking. So it was almost, I don't know if he was trying to fake out the defense or what, but ooh, Illini fans reach for anything they can grab.
With a foul, which you expect to come soon, it will be just 1-and-1 time. Kopp is fouled, 10.5 seconds to go. He'll go to the line for the 1-and-1. Now there's a reason he was there to get that inbound. He's a 91% free throw shooter on the year. Hasn't had an attempt today. Has missed 4 over the course of the season. See what he can do.
I tip my hat to Indiana, man. I'm telling you, you got Trent Frazier coming downhill, and they sucked in defensively. There was nowhere for him to go, forcing that turnover. Hoosiers has been stellar this afternoon on the defensive end.
Kopp at the line. And he misses the front end. No timeouts for Illinois. Curbelo on the push. Nobody pushes quicker. Curbelo end to end. No! Loose ball. Trace Jackson Davis has it. He's fouled with 1.7 seconds to go.
Wow. We've had a little bit of everything here this afternoon. Curbelo getting downhill. You almost think that that's going to drop, but it doesn't. Trace Jackson Davis able to corral the miss. Indiana looking good right now.
1.7 away from a mammoth upset that might punch their ticket to the big dance.
I think it certainly will.
Trace Jackson Davis still a 1-and-1, but no timeouts for Illinois.
Yeah, so that's even on the miss. That's got to be one dribble and heave. That's about all the time you have for the Illini.
Front end good. 2-point game. Bonus coming. 21 for Trace Jackson Davis this afternoon.
Since yesterday at halftime, being challenged by Mike Woodson, he has been spectacular in his effort and his efficiency on the offensive end.
40 points in his last 3 halves of basketball. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Left it short. Rebound loose. Thompson touches it. Clock runs out. Hoosiers move on to the semifinals in the Big Ten tournament. Stunning. The top-seeded Illinois Fighting Illini. 65-63. Indiana will play on the weekend in their home state.
What a win for the Hoosiers. Under pressure, had to have it, didn't want to be sweating come Sunday. They made the plays down the stretch, hitting their free throws, getting great defensive stops. Congratulations to Indiana.
Win for the Hoosiers. And it was defense that did it for Indiana, Stephen Bardo. Illinois didn't hit a field goal in the final 5 minutes and 4 seconds of this ballgame after a stretch over 9 minutes in the first half without a field goal.
Yeah, so they hang their hats on the defensive end. You got one of the most dynamic players coming downhill. Galloway does a nice challenge. Trace Jackson Davis secures a rebound. And Indiana.
Hey guys, this was a good one. This was a good one.
Just short on the finish.
This was a good one.
Trace Jackson Davis able to come up with a Curbelo.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm not gonna lie. I'm at a loss for words. I'm not gonna lie. Quite honestly, this literally went down to the wire. Appreciate you, Alex, for saying that. Appreciate you, really do. For the LOLs, I won $200 from Illinois not scoring 70 points. Okay, good win. Listen, Illinois, they didn't deserve this W. That's really what it came down to. Indiana deserved it just 10 times more. You look at their team. As a team, they played better. You know, they shot 46 from the field, 76 from the free throw line, and they hit big time baskets at the end. You know, Kofi, I got to give it to Kofi. You know, I knew he was going to go out there and give me 20 and 10, but Kofi hit some big-time free throws. He was 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Think about that, guys. Their big man. Their scorer, Alfonso Plummer, was 2 for 12 from the field. Thank you for hosting. Thank you for pulling up, man. For real. No problem, guys. No problem. No problem. Thanks for pulling up. Thanks for pulling up. 2 for 12 from the field. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. How are you a scorer? I mean, this doesn't really mean anything for Illinois. Yeah, they go down. They go down the seed. What would they be, like a 5 or 6 seed? I'm guessing they're still in the tournament, so it's nothing terrible. But Indiana deserved this W. Congratulations to Indiana. Ross, you were right. I know you were right. Everybody that said Indiana was gonna win, you were right. Aaron, Kofi is going in the draft as top. Oh, without a doubt. If he doesn't go top, I'll be surprised if he doesn't go top 3. I got to be honest with you. He's the type of guy that most teams will love. You know, he has that. I don't know. His game is mature. If you understand what I mean, like his games are mature. Patrick, you say how many more games will we have to watch where the refs call every little tricky tech? Nothing against Illinois in favor of the other team, and then don't call stuff for us with guys jerked over us. Hey man, I'm not really a fan. If as crazy as it sounds, I was a fan of somebody said like, hey, ref shouldn't call nothing in the last 2 minutes, and it's a good idea, but it's also a bad idea because then you might go out there and start hacking on purpose, you know, and just not knowing that the ref isn't going to call anything. So being a ref is hard. That's all I'm going to say. Being a ref is hard, you know. But this was a great game. Curbelo, you know, I don't know what to say about Curbelo. He did everything else besides score the ball, which you can't really be angry at. Look at that. He had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block, you know, but he was 1 for 7 from the field. You know, I wish he could do more regarding that on the offensive side, but hey, this was a great game. Malcolm Palmer, thanks. Thank you for pulling up, man. Thank you for pulling up. But yeah, this was a great stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for pulling up. Thank you for liking the stream, talking in the chat. It was fun getting to know you guys and talk basketball, whatever the pissed at work. But hey man, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro. If you're an Illinois fan, hey, look at this. You guys are still in the tourney, you know. So it's nothing crazy. But this definitely was. This was supposed to be a win for Illinois, without a doubt. Without a doubt, Illinois should have won this game. Without a doubt. That supposed reaching foul against Kofi was bullshit, but he doesn't get a call until literally 4 guys are hanging off him. Yeah, you do got a point there, you know. But yeah, this was a great stream. You guys tune in for more streams. We'll be doing. I'll see if I can do some more today. If not, yeah, man. Thank you for pulling up. C Chas K. Thanks for stream. Thank you for pulling up. C. I don't know if that's your name, C or Chas K. Chask. Jeff Fisher, 1 Big Ten, even if I don't know what you mean by that, Jeff. But yeah, no, appreciate you guys though. Really, this was a fun stream. We will be streaming more today. Just don't know what time, but we will be streaming more today. Once again, also, we are working on a website or just some type of service where we can stream games. It might be a little bit of a cost, like 99 cents for a month, like a subscription type thing, but we are working on it. So just I will let you guys know later on if you guys pull up to more streams about it. We are working on that just so you guys can watch games with me, you know. It's kind of unfortunate that we can't watch, you know, full games on here without getting copyrighted. If I had pulled up the game, we would have been down in about 5 to 10 minutes, you know, so that's why we couldn't pull up the game. But yeah, IU should be in the NCAA tournament now. Without a doubt, they deserved it. They played great against Michigan, and they just played an amazing game against Illinois, so they do deserve it without a doubt. Don't forget to give them a like. Appreciate that, C. Chask. Appreciate that. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one. We will be back. I don't know what game. I'm gonna look at my schedule now to see what I can do, and then we'll be back sometime today with another stream. But yeah, once again, appreciate everybody for coming in, and hope you guys have a good one.